Let's visit Rotterdam, a charming city in the Netherlands that was once devastated in World War II, but has now been rebuilt as a modern shipping hub. After a cancellation, I finally got on board a train that wins the award for the world's weirdest doorknob. We cruised through the countryside and even took a stop at Gouda, like the cheese. Once I arrived, I decided to hit the streets and see what I could find. I didn't make it far before I got hungry and finished a banana outside the Mini World exhibit. Recharged, I went inside, and wow, was this place cool. Endless miniature buildings that showed different scenes from both Great Britain and, of course, Rotterdam. I spent a good while in here just checking out the different buildings and landscapes. They had tiny boats, tiny trains that rode around the city, a tiny concert, and even tiny penguins floating on an iceberg. After walking around the tiny city feeling like Godzilla, I decided to get a souvenir and head back to the real world. I hopped on a bike and rode around the city while looking for the next place to visit. Some guy's bike pedal fell off in front of me, which isn't too unusual on its own, but gets weirder when I tell you what happened later. I stopped at a World War II history museum that had all sorts of relics and details, telling about the oppression that the people of Rotterdam faced when the Germans bombed their city and took control of the port. Luckily, they were able to come back from the ruins and rebuild a beautiful city. I visited a park and saw some really cool sculptures like this guy. Remember when I said that guy's bike pedal fell off in front of me? Well, right when I was leaving the park, some kid's handlebars fell off and he wiped out right in front of me. I helped him up and sent him on his way, but felt bad since I'm not a bike mechanic and couldn't fix his problem. Sorry, dude. I wrapped up the visit and headed back to Utrecht, where I waited for a bus for half an hour and chilled with this guy. Overall, it was a great trip, and I definitely recommend to anyone who wants to see a unique harbor city in the Netherlands. Just make sure to give your bike an inspection before you do travel, since that seemed to be an issue for a few people there.